Hi, welcome to Ranger Friday. I'm Ranger Skyler, and today we're going to talk about rivers and how they get their curves. Rivers are everywhere, and depending on where they are, they can be very different from each other. But no matter where a river is found, they usually have one thing in common, and that one thing is a curve. Rivers that have lots of curves are called meandering rivers, and they're usually found in flat areas like plains. The word meander means to wander aimlessly back and forth without any purpose. We know that rivers generally have curves, but how do they get their curves? Well, it usually takes two things for a river to get its curve: a disturbance and lots of time. A disturbance can be anything from a tree falling over along the shoreline breaking up the soil, to an animal burrowing somewhere close to the shore. The disturbance, whatever it is, will cause the bank of the river to weaken. That weakened bank of the river will eventually erode away and start the beginning of the curve. The water that travels on the outside of the curve tends to move a lot faster than the water that's traveling on the inside of the curve. That fast-flowing water has the ability to pick up more sediment than that slow-moving water. Because of this, the outside of the curve will continue to erode away, while the inside of the curve will continue to get soil deposited on that side. These bends can't grow forever though. When strong flows and floods occur, water can break through the land between the curves and travel along the path of least resistance. The path of least resistance just means that it's the quickest and easiest path for the water to take. When the water breaks through the land between the curves, it makes the river more straight, and that bend becomes cut off from the rest of the river. We call these cut-off bends oxbow lakes. Oxbow lakes are very important habitats for a lot of animals that live in rivers. They provide safe areas with calm water for animals to raise their offspring, or babies, away from the fast-flowing water or predators. As I mentioned before, meandering rivers occur in places that are flat, like plains or valleys with soft soil that's easily eroded. So if that's true, how did a bend as big and deep as Horseshoe Bend form? It's completely surrounded by hard rock, not soft soil. Well, if you remember learning about the formation of the Grand Canyon, I talked about something called tectonic uplift. And that's where the land gets raised up into the air due to the movement of the tectonic plates. The curve from Horseshoe Bend formed before the uplift when the land was flat. And then, as the land rose, it trapped the curve among the high canyon walls. Of course, as with everything having to do with the landscape, this process has taken several million years to occur, and is still happening slowly to this day. Well, I hope you learned something about rivers this Ranger Friday. This is Ranger Skyler, signing off.